all'interno degli uffici di ITL Group di Budapest. Oggi incontriamo Ekaterina V.Naumenko, fotografa e artista a Budapest e Mosca. L'intervista sarà in lingua inglese sottotitolata in italiano. Ekaterina, nice to meet you.
My pleasure.
You started your career as an international journalist and PR specialist. After a while, you told me that you realized, you discovered your passion for photography and you started photographing people and contemporary life. These days you are cooperating with model agencies, young designers and movie producers. You currently live both in Budapest and in Moscow, realizing international projects, working for magazines and for the fashion industries. First of all, I would like to ask you, what is photography for you and how did you turn your career into this direction?
Well, I do believe that photography has a very important influence on people, and I will tell you why. Like cinema and TV, it's a very strong visual effect, but photography only one visual art where you can fix the moment. It's like when you want to say something important to people, you grab them to your arms and you look directly to their eyes. And then you grab the whole world and you just squeeze it in one particular moment. And this is a moment which is message from the photographer to the audience. This is what I do believe, and this is what I'm trying to do. I'm quite creative and passionate person, so for me, being journalist, international journalist, travel a lot, being a PR specialist, and still I had missed something. Photography was the dimension where I wanted to try myself, I wanted to express myself, and as well I created it one of my business.
Thank you for this colorful introduction of yourself. And how long have you been here in Hungary?
The first time I came here in 1998. After all, I traveled a lot, I've been in many countries, and 2 years ago I found more or less myself over here.
Which ones do you think that are the biggest attractions for professionals in Budapest and in Hungary in general?
Here in Hungary you would probably need less budget in order to promote yourself, in order to create your own name like a brand.
How do you choose your models?
Well, there's no any kind of special principle for this. You see the person and you immediately go into dialogue, like in a dialogue, if you feel in this person some kind of mystery or not. It can be everything, charm, angriness, mystery or innocent. Doesn't matter what, but it should reveal some kind of feeling in you, because if it reveals feelings in you as a photographer, it will reveal any kind of feeling in the audience.
Please tell us more about your job. Are your clients all from Hungary or are you working on an international level? And have you ever worked for some Italian people?
Well, as I told you, I consider photography as an art. On the other hand, it's a very important informative resource. So in these two fields it comes very, very international, and even right now, these days, there is no any kind of reason to limit it with the borders of one country. I have a lot of projects in Moscow, I have some projects in Italy, I have projects over here. I have clients from France and Germany. So it always depends what kind of project you're doing right now. For example, I'm doing a lot of fashion photography for Italian designers, new designers. And as for portraits, it's always different projects and people, of course. As for being here in country and settling here, I do believe that even if you came from megapolis to this smaller country, you can create by your own huge projects that would be interesting for yourself, for this country, for people. For example, Recently, half a year ago, we created a project together with the International Budapest Airport, which was completely new for them and was completely new for me. And it was my personal exhibition over there. And if you think how it worked, because every day 600 people, mostly for the half of the year, were looking at my pictures, and I was really pleased to get very nice letters with feedback. It makes a lot input in your career and in your living in a new city, if you can come into dialogue with this city, even if you're a foreigner.
What about competitors, and what is the situation of the market right now with the economic crisis?
Well, right now it's a very interesting situation, quite strange, because quite a lot of famous photographers, they're thinking that there's some kind of destabilization on this market, because new photographers, students, even those people who just dreamed about photography as a hobby, came in this market, and they just trying to dumping market with very small prices for their services. But what I can say, no one was born with a camera in his hand. So sooner or less you have to discover this talent or passion into yourself. And when you discovered it, you already fail doing this, and just in this case you should be more or less professional, but more professional rather than less.
About photography, what are your favorite themes?
Well, I do like beauty in any kind of sense, in any kind of angle. My idea is to find beauty everywhere, and especially in details, I would say, because I do believe that details and emotions color our life.
Okay, just one more question, and how to make a good picture? I know it's quite a tricky question.
It's not a tricky question. If you do believe, if you feel that, and if you really feel that this picture was done great, if you really like it, if you feel positive emotion from that, it's already good. If you find something new about yourself, as if you would write a new article as a journalist, or as if you would be artist and write a new painting, and then you discover something new in yourself by looking at what you've done, what you've created, then it's already good, and then it would be the answer and the same emotions in your audience, which is already good.
Thank you very much, Ekaterina, for this window on the world of photography. We will be happy to have you again here.
Thanks a lot.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.